This video examines the Supreme Court Third Division case of Ocampo versus Batara Sapad, decided on April 2, 2025. It focuses on the legal implications of a verbal sale of land, the application of the statute of frauds, and the rules regarding ineffective payment under Article 1240 of the Civil Code. We will explore the factual antecedents of this case, detailing the 1972 land transaction and the sequence of events that followed, which eventually led to this judicial review. In 1972, a verbal agreement was made for the sale of a 1-hectare agricultural lot in Nueva Ecija. The buyer, Benedicto Batara Ocampo, paid a down payment of 3,000 pesos and took immediate physical possession after receiving the owner's duplicate copy of the title. The chronology shows that the seller died in 1974, leaving minor heirs. Between 1974 and 1985, the buyer paid the remaining balance to the seller's brother. Decades later, in 2007, the heirs discovered the buyer's possession and filed an action for recovery of the property. This procedural history highlights the conflict between the initial lower court rulings and the subsequent intervention by the Supreme Court. The courts differed on several key issues. While lower courts found the oral sale unenforceable under the statute of frauds, the Supreme Court ruled it enforceable due to partial performance. Furthermore, the Supreme Court determined that payments made to an unauthorized relative did not extinguish the debt. To understand the Supreme Court's decision, we must review the core legal doctrines applied, specifically regarding the statute of frauds and relevant civil code provisions. Under Article 1403 of the Civil Code, the statute of frauds applies exclusively to executory contracts. Once a contract is partially or totally executed, it is removed from the scope of the statute, and other evidence, including oral testimony, becomes admissible. Partial performance in this case was evidenced by the delivery of the title, the buyer's open and continuous physical possession and cultivation of the land, and the payment of real property taxes in the buyer's name since the 1980s. Regarding payment, Article 1240 requires that payment be made to the creditor or an authorized person. The court found the buyer's payment to a relative without legal authority or power of attorney invalid, meaning the debt to the heirs remained partially unpaid. The Supreme Court ultimately validated the 1972 verbal sale. The buyers were ordered to pay the remaining balance of 37,000 pesos plus 6% interest to the heirs. Upon full payment, the heirs are required to execute a formal deed of absolute sale. Thank you for watching this summary of Ocampo versus Batara Sapad as part of our Philippine Jurisprudence and Civil Law lecture series. The image used in this video is sourced from oneproperty.com.